Hello and welcome to Bias Bash. I'm Lauren Green. And in the center square today is Justin Duckham. He's a senior Washington correspondent at Talk Radio News Service. So welcome, Justin. I hear you talking about how the media sort of has turned a blind eye to the Democratic filibuster.
They really are. You know, for the past 4 years, we've seen the media really take Republicans to task for using the filibuster, saying essentially that they were subverting American democracy by trying to put forward too many rights by the minority party. Yet when the Democrats have moved forward and done something incredibly similar for the very same reasons, which is disagreements over the amendment process, we are not seeing the media really saying anything close to the same language that we saw when Republicans were moving forward with their procedural moves.
What in particular are they doing the filibuster over?
This is over the Keystone Pipeline. Essentially, they're saying that the Republican Party did not give them enough time for their amendments. McConnell has struck back, essentially saying that, look, I've given you guys plenty of times to put forward your proposals. I've given you more chances than Harry Reid had in all of 2014, and is essentially begging them to move off of this. But regardless, Democrats are saying that they have not yet had the ability to really argue this out. They have not had the chance to read a number of these amendments on the floor or give reasons to why their Republican colleagues should support it. And as a result, they're not letting it move forward to an additional vote. And those are pretty frankly, the same reasons that Republicans gave when Harry Reid was doing much similar moves as majority leader. Well,
it's a stall tactic, right? And then basically, though, how does it turn out for the party that actually engages in it?
You know, that remains to be seen. How it turns out traditionally is it brings people to the table, it tries to restart negotiations. Other times it could just end up killing legislation by showing that in this political environment certain things aren't going to move through. For this one in particular, it's probably going to give Democrats a little bit more control over how the final legislation for Keystone Pipeline works. But at the end of the day, this is a tactic that's pretty much used to exert the minority party's power, and the media was having a big issue with that when it was Republicans, and are now suddenly okay with it with the Democrats in the minority party.
Well, the Keystone is kind of a quagmire for the Democratic Party. Am I right here?
It certainly is. You know, we have a good number of Democrats who are moving forward with it, saying that this is good for jobs, this is good for energy concerns. When Mary Landrieu was, of course, in the Senate, we saw a lot of them moving forward there in an attempt to try to save her Senate career unsuccessfully. But there still is a lot of the Democratic base who are worried that this is environmentally catastrophic, and that's sort of split the Democratic Party, with, of course, most being opposed to it, particularly because the president himself has now said that he's going to be vetoing it.
Yeah, the whole idea about this and what the media is, I mean, in your point about the media, but why would the media ignore this?
That's a very good question. You know, I think that it may be because this is the first one that they have done. They may be doing this because they enjoy the drama. This certainly shows that this is going to be sort of a rocky ride when they move down the road, and there are probably more controversial bills that are coming up with the Democrats out of power. But I think at the end of the day, it just sort of shows that there is, bias that exists. There was certainly a lot of outrage when Republicans pulled this, and I think probably subconsciously a lot of people in the media don't really have an issue with it because they, of course, are opposed to the Keystone Pipeline, myself included.
All right. Well, thanks so much. Well, if you want to hear more media analysis on this topic, catch Media Buzz with Howard Kurtz, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, and again at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Fox News Channel. Justin Duckham, thank you so much for being on Bias Bash.
Thank you.